for 2,000 years. The sacred art of the ninja has been guarded in the East.
Remember the day I found you.
Now, it has come to the West.
Remember what is hidden deep in your mind.
He is the only soldier,
Date of birth unknown.
the only American
Who is he?
who is capable of defeating the secret Black Star Army. The mission to hijack a U.S. military arsenal.
Your destiny, my son, awaits you.
The adventure. The confrontation. The code.
I will honor the code, Father.
The invasion. The final hour. The deadliest art of the Orient is now in the hands of an American. American Ninja.
Perfect.
Crazy right now. It's best to come to 3 Black Geeks where we're talking about everything but that. I'm trying to make you laugh, and this whole month so far has been just full of that. Disorderlies came out of nowhere. So what we're going to talk about now that doesn't have nothing to do about the world? Well, okay, again, white privilege ninjas. Yeah, that might come up.
Honestly, I think that's what the movie should have been called. Dude.
Michael Dudikoff is the white privilege ninja.
Is the white privilege ninja. First of all, that would have been First of all, y'all, that would have been the title if it was made today.
No. I'm sorry. The white privilege ninja. They already had that. It was called Last Samurai. Come on, guys.
I'm just saying, like, if you told
I'm sorry,
me,
what? I'm the only one that didn't like that movie? I fucking hated that movie.
I was kind of like shrug and walked away from it afterwards. Like,
yeah, I fell asleep too. And then I was like, okay, so these niggas got shot up by Gatling guns and lived?
See, I was different from, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. See, I was different from all of y'all. I never watched it.
Good job. Because they, man.
Let me tell you how it went.
No, because something told me right from the hop. Title: Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise.
Better off watching the Wolverine. At least that was a better version of the
No. Just from here, no. Seriously, no jokes. Just from hearing that title, I'm like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. You know what that movie pretty much is. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what that movie was. Slight amnesia, learning the ways. Ken Watanabe going no, and white guy winning at the end. There you go.
Also, you
mean to tell me a white guy is teaching a bunch of Japanese people how to win a war?
Not really. That
wasn't really it. It was. I can barely remember, but I just remember
Put it this way. Wow.
Looking like, huh? Really? This is what's going on?
Put it this way. It's a story about John Smith. You know John Smith with Pocahontas? Okay. Yeah. All that's bullshit. Okay, in this case with homeboy, I forgot his real name. Okay, it's half and half. Yeah, he actually did some fighting. Some of that crap that took place in Last Samurai, yeah, he did go through that. All the heroic white person helping us bullshit? Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
But Michael Dudikoff, I watched this movie. I think if you're a kid, this hits to your sensibilities of what you think ninjas are.
Oh, yeah.
Degree. It does. I mean, it just does. It hits
The
those like,
80s
oh,
didn't help.
ninjas.
The 80s kind of
Wild
just
time.
they just winged it what was a samurai. They didn't ask no Asian people. It was just a bunch of white guys. No, I'm sorry. This was Menahem Golem and Golem and Globus. They actually wrote this movie.
Yep.
So it was just two 50-year-old Jewish men. Hey, what's a ninja?
and not even like, because again, as a kid, the idea of ninjas in multicolored outfits, it hit my sensibilities. And then you grow up and you're like, ninjas supposed to be in all black. Why the fuck were they in red and orange and green and blue outfits? Were they designated like tiers? I don't know.
Hold up, CJ. See, you're asking those questions. I take it you never seen Ninja Commando.
No, I did not see Ninja
Oh,
Commando.
what is
You didn't
Ninja
watch
Commando?
You didn't watch none of the Pierre Kirby movies where they had ninjas in solid, bright colored uniforms, even headbands that said ninja in plain English on it.
Not only that.
So you know that they're a ninja. Duh.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what else would have gave it away.
But Chris, Eric, that's what about it. Not only are our missing favorite martial artists that went missing in the 80s, Pierre Kirby did it, but I already said this before when we did Cyber Trackers. Richard Norton has been in like about a good 20 Godfrey Ho movies, and he always would play what I would call the white samurai or white ninja. And the best part, they will always get somebody to dub him over. Where
Michael Dudikoff is our white savior of this movie. I mean, yo. And
Bruh,
yeah.
just the beginning. Just the beginning.
By the
The
way, dude,
beginning was great.
By the way, dude, that ninja that popped up in the trees before we get to that, that wasn't Sho Kazugi. That was Tadashi Yamashita.
Yeah. I already know that. I'm sorry because remember Sho.
He did Ninja 3, the revival or whatever and shit.
He did all the ninja movies that Golden Globus did.
Mm-hmm.
Now he did American Ninja though.
Nah.
That's what kind of confused me when I saw them. So yeah, I already know.
But the director of this movie, Sam Furstenberg, he actually did those ninja movies. So Golden Globus clearly go back to the well on their directors easily.
Oh yeah, if it works, keep it going. Just keep milking the cow till the cow runs dry. I guess I don't know.
Right.
Hey man, look. You know how many fucking VHSs we done sold with this shit, nigga? You know how many cassette tapes we
My
sold?
man has
Keep
all
this bitch going.
his filmography is literally all action movies but one. Guess it.
I'm guessing it was that.
But one.
Let me guess. It was that one with the one with Christopher Reeve and Morgan Freeman.
No.
Oh, I thought I was about to be right for a second.
Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Wow, he was in that, wasn't he? Good God.
Wait, what?
Side note, that is my favorite movie of all time, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's so random in a filmography, though.
He has all these action movies, and it's like all of a sudden, it seems like Golden Globe was trying to strap for directors, and all of a sudden it's like, what's Sam doing right now? Nothing. Get him in here. He's directing this movie.
I was like, get him in here. Dude, they go, like, they show up to his house. They show up to his house, like, just, backing up a truckload of money. This man is sitting in his house, minding his own business, playing the piano.
That's just
Hey,
Get
bro,
Ninja
we
3.
need
What
you
are you
again.
working for?
He's like, what, another ninja movie? No. Dancing. Are there ninjas in it?
Nope.
No.
You can put them in there if you want to.
Are they breakdancing ninjas? No.
Again, you can put them in there if you want to.
Hey, man. it's
Why
your show.
didn't you?
Right?
So, the beginning of this movie, the first 7 minutes is literally between Michael Dudikoff, Private Joe Armstrong. This is the most whitest name ever. That's Michael Dudikoff's character.
If you didn't know. That's
most
Michael Dudikoff.
badass private ever who's wielding a butterfly knife and doesn't want to join in on the hacky sack with his fellow Army compatriots.
Hey, yo, Ed.
Which I love. Which, by the way, I love that ADR. Hey, I'm good at that game.
What?
I look at this nigga. I just love how, as soon as homeboy started talking, I was like, you are talking way too much with that forced New York accent. What type of accent are you using? What is that?
I don't know. I think he was probably confused. Like he was trying to use. He didn't know if he wanted to use his own voice or New York accent. Kind of like on how like Idris Elba is, like when he tries to have a Baltimore accent, but his British accent comes out.
That guy reminded me of Chicory from fucking G Gundam and shit at that point. I'm like, you are so American, it's not even funny, dog.
You know what the thing I hate about, when you mentioned that, the thing about Idris Elba, the only thing I hate about Idris Elba is that I can believe you until I remember you're British. And then I hear it. Like, I'm fine. Like, I can watch Stringer talk the whole time. It will get to probably like the last 2 minutes he's on screen, and I'm just hearing nothing but his English accent.
The Luther comes out.
Yeah, like it.
Don't even slip out. It's just like he says one word with too much emphasis on an R or something, and I hear like the slight tingling of British, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
This nigga.
I know a good example of that, D. It's like watching Scott Adkins try to play a bad guy.
Yo,
That's not Yuri Boyka.
Yeah, if it ain't Yuri Boyka or someone that's from like Eastern Europe, the man's fucked.
No, I mean seriously, seriously,
Fucked.
D had me laughing the entire time we watched Expendables 2 because he's like Scott, I am not buying your accent.
That's why I was like, why did they just let him speak his native tongue? It'd have been done. Just keep it moving. Just keep it easy.
It's like we are not buying this.
He was Eastern European with a Hispanic name.
yeah. No bullshit. I remember
like,
the crib. This is
Hector?
when wait. I was like, what? Like he's British, right? And Chris like, yeah, he's British. I'm like, what? Talking? What? My whole shit fell apart.
Here's my thing, right? So they're on an army base in the Philippines, right?
Right.
They basically roll out and stuff. The fucking army general's daughter is part of this convoy and stuff. And then they get jumped by these random Filipino terrorists and stuff.
Yeah,
rebels and stuff, right?
Rebels, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is standard because again, I hadn't seen this movie in a while. And then all of a sudden, fucking old boy just pops up out of nowhere in the ninja outfit. I'm like, where the fuck? What? Okay,
and you know what?
I remember now.
You know what the worst thing about it is? Like, usually when they say you know how everybody gets on the Ninja Turtles because they got different color headbands? Okay, fine, fair enough. But what I hate is when you actually do wear all black and it's against all of this color behind you. You look so off.
Stand out, dude.
He's wearing black. He's wearing black in like all
Philippines. Yeah.
In the hot Philippines, like in the hot Philippines jungle, all that green. I'm like, bruh. Metal Gear Solid 3 just popped up, and your camouflage is like negative 30% right now.
I watched enough G.I. Joe to know. I watched enough G.I. Joe to know, so they don't have summer attire for ninja wear? Is that not happening?
Actually, all of you are wrong. Drax was telling the truth. The only reason why we knew he was there is because he moved just slightly. That's the only reason why he
disappeared.
You're right.
If he never moved, we would have never
man,
look, D, if you're willing to buy that, then I'm willing to buy Michael Dudikoff channeling his inner Robert Patrick.
Oh, did you
real talk about Dudikoff the whole time. This could be D, but he looked like he was one of those white boys that was ready to shoot up a school. He just looked.
Yeah, like he's just like, yep, I don't like him.
I don't know, man.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I'm clapping him.
I don't know, man.
Like, I'm clapping him.
You're the first one.
Dudikoff had that 1,000-yard stare, like he about ready to just drop the N-word off rip.
Yo,
I mean,
it was in his eyes. It was in his fucking eyes.
Not only was it like Charlie, not only was it in his eyes, but you can also tell that in between takes, he was muttering it as he is seismic tossing the brother. Like when they had that little when they had that
exhibition,
when they had that fight on the base.
Dog, here's my thing. The jump cuts when Joe Armstrong comes in to save the day, throwing the tire iron and all that stuff. I was like, wow,
Bruh.
these are hella
Oh,
jump
yeah,
cuts here, dog.
Did
Yeah,
y'all
those were
notice that tire iron? Did you notice that tire iron was completely wood? That they actually made a
they
tire
tossed
iron and made it wooden.
it didn't even look like it was thrown. It looked like it was tossed.
It's like it was two-hand under toss.
My man killed a dude with a screwdriver. That's crazy.
Hold on. First of all, wait. First of all, Charlie, you said it was tossed. No, brother, that thing was shot out of a cannon.
No, one of them Jones was. One of them looked like it wasn't even thrown for real. It looked like they just kind of like here. It was like think fast.
It's like an underhand toss, but because of the jump cut and the way they were speeding it up, nah, that's why it looked like it was shot out of a cannon.
Black Ninja.
I always tell this to Eris because Eris is the camera person that knows shit like this. I just gotta say, the continuity wasn't the problem. It was the fucking editing.
It was the editing.
Because people will say, well, the continuity's bad. No, it's not. It's the editing that's fucking it up.
It was that, and I think like when that whole let's go back like to how it all started. Like Joe just hauls off and just hits a man, and like he just hit one of the rebels. The other rebels are all watching it, and then the army guys are like, yeah,
let's do something.
Let's do something. I'm like,
I was
hold
like,
on,
yeah,
rebels, y'all got guns. Smoke these niggas.
Guns.
You know that was my favorite part. That was by far my favorite part. It's what was it about 1985 where bad guys in action movies will have automatic weapons. The good guy shows up. They have him completely surrounded. Not one bullet is fired.
Joe Combat rolled twice away from
They
machine
did
gun
this.
bullets.
And then,
CJ, they did this. They did it in this movie. And my favorite, they did it in Commando.
Mm-hmm.
no, one of my biggest problems with this movie, like when they started like shooting off their guns, like they would shoot in a direction, nothing would happen, and then like it was like a delayed reaction. The bullets would hit like whatever was there,
like the ground, and it's like what?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
you mean you mean kind of like how when Homegirl was trying to escape in the car, and we see this dude hold on, not just shooting at her. Keep in mind, he is about a good 5 yards away from the car. He empties the clip. One random bullet hits a tire. What were you
I thought the
shooting
colonel's
at?
daughter was gonna be fucking R.I.P. because I was like, damn, she gonna fucking die, and I was like, oh, never mind, that didn't happen.
Okay, and the reason why I say that is, look, they're stormtrooper aiming, but when you're in broad daylight, no helmets, nothing, no headgear, nothing to get in the way that can obstruct your vision. How are you missing? You are emptying a clip from a machine gun. One random bullet hits a tire. What were you shooting at?
You know what? The shooting in this movie gets even better because we go from that extreme to the best extreme, being 1 foot in front of somebody and missing them constantly. I am impressed. I'm actually impressed of how much this movie is entertaining, and it purposely fucks up. It has to purposely fuck up because all the shit they doing here looks like it's been done on purpose, man.
I felt it was fitting that Black Ninja Master had a disapproving stare of how the rebels were fucking it all up, and it was like, all right, guys, let's get the ninjas in here. Jesus Christ, you guys are sucking.
That look of disgust, like these niggas.
You bring this on into my star tattoo. It just makes no sense.
Like you could tell every time, like when something was fucked up, he was like, "These niggas, yo."
Dog, and then
I guarantee you said that. Look, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, can I say something about this ninja? When he finally unmasked himself, I said, "Yo, somebody please tell me when when did Charles Bronson and Sonny Chiba have a baby?
Yo, this was a gruesome looking Japanese dude, yo. This motherfucker look rough.
You do look like Charles Bronson and Sonny
I told myself, you know, Harris, I always told myself, what would happen if the character from Old Boy actually had a 9-to-5 job? That's how you look.
Hey, his hair though, that shit was looking crisp.
Hey, look,
Dude, that is 19. First of all, CJ, that is 1985 crisp hair. Okay.
And number two, technically, that ninja cloak works as a do-rag. So yeah, you know.
That shit stayed. When he took the mask off and it still stayed in place, nothing was messed up. I had to give him credit, yo.
Hey, yo,
how
look,
about this?
I say this for all people of color when that shit happened. When all people of color do shit like that, here's me. Niggas, man. You can't beat it.
This was the best one. This was the best one. You say it stayed perfect even after he unveiled himself, bruh. How about the fact that hair stayed immaculate during his demonstration for the Legion of Doom?
Not even that. Like what had me rolling before we cut to that though is like the fact that even when the ninjas came down, he is baffled at this white guy and like, who's this white guy? He knows white. Apparently he's like, oh, was it the white ninja or whatever and stuff like that? And I'm like, no, American.
They call him American Ninja.
He is the American Ninja.
And I'm like,
they didn't wait. Yo, CJ, they did not wait long to drop the title. Okay.
It was so funny. I was watching this movie and Angie's like behind me. She was like, the hero was like the American Ninja. She's like, they said it. I was like, baby, you late. They done said it like 50 times.
Like, I almost, like the first time he said it, I almost wanted them to look at the camera and be like, yeah.
Judikov is fucking Galford from fucking Samurai Showdown and shit. I'm like, there it is, American Ninjutsu right there.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
And look, Galford at least had a motherfucking dog, nigga. You can't do that to him.
When SNK made fucking Samurai Showdown.
They made an American Ninjutsu, and I'm like, that doesn't exist. What are you doing?
But American Ninja existed, so therefore by proxy, American.
By proxy.
You know, I'm mad as hell. I let my kids play Samurai Showdown, the original ones. I had Samurai Showdown 2, and my son had the goddamn nerve because I told him that Hattori Hanzo was a real ninja. So the motherfucker had the nerve to ask me, hey, Dad, is that person real? No. Is that person real? No. Is that person real? No. He gets a Gale for it. Is that person real? Yes. There was a white guy that learned ninjutsu. Wait a minute. What year is this? Oh, fuck this whole game. Ain't no way in
the... What kills me, so Joe ends up saving the Colonel's daughter, Patricia. Same chick that was from Weird Science, by the way. That's the only reason.
That whole interaction is so weird.
It is so weird.
Oh yeah, you know what I loved about that interaction? I'm glad you guys took note of the fact that their interaction was weird, because she went from oh my god, you're gonna buy me new clothes, you're gonna buy me new shoes, oh my god, get away from me, to
we could stay out here for hours. What?
It's like, we could be out here for hours. If my dad saw us like this, he would totally kill you. Wow, mood change. When?
Here's my thing. I laugh at it because they pulled something that I laughed my ass off that Jurassic World did, where he was like, all right, I'm going to break these heels off your shoes. We're going to tear this dress up, tie it around his shorts now. We're going to do this. And I was like, I don't think you can. You know what, movie? I guess you can do that.
You can? Okay.
Like, I don't know if that works
the heel
like that.
wouldn't work on your foot, yo. Like, your foot would be... your ankles would be fucked up. Your ankles and your shins would be fucked up, yo.
First of all, you ever try running? You ever try running in the hills of a Southeast Asian country? Not fun at all.
But here's the thing though. I said all that was bullshit, Chris, but real talk. When he took that knife and split her fucking skirt, that was the pussy water right there, bro.
I mean, listen. The fact that
she thought she was finna die, and come to find out this nigga Bob dealer and shit, and she was like, "Oh my god, he's handy. All right, cool."
Like first she looked like scared, but then like wildly turned on, and I was like, wait, what?
Exactly.
And then they almost drowned, which I'm like, how long were they underwater for? Because that had to be longer than like a couple minutes, because the ninjas were looking around for a while before they.
Here's my thing is,
Hey, Chris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when you turn into Homegirl off of Indiana Jones, I cut off everything. I kind of skimmed through that part in my brain.
like here's my thing about that. Like I expect Joe to come. Like if they're underwater that long, Joe should have been the only one that came back up for air.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because he's trained.
No, because since we're gonna make this white privilege, the white privilege ninja, if Joe was really that dude, he would have been like prep time Batman and would have had a bow and arrow underwater at that exact spot, and just so he can get the drop on him.
You know what, Eric? Yeah. You know what? All three of us here, we all like Batman to an extent. So I can say this: is Batman prep time white privilege?
I think that has something to do with it.
I think it does.
And plot armor.
Plot armor. That's any and anybody. Black people, white people, midgets can have fucking plot armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say plot armor is not white privilege.
Now, white privilege is you knowing how to tie a tourniquet while being underwater for 8 minutes. That's white privilege.
Well, can you really say that it is what? Well, no. Put it this way.
I don't know.
D. Hold on, D. I got you. See, check it out. To me, white privilege is this: you have access to all this stuff, but you choose not to do anything with it.
All right, cool. All right, I'm fine with that.
And it plays out for you in the end.
And it still works out for you in the end. That is privilege.
I just find it funny.
Eris, you know what the best part about this is? No way in what you just said can relate to anything that happens to white people in the real world. That is the best part about that. White privilege is not a thing.
I find it funny that the set pieces for this movie is to the point that when they get out the water, they immediately manage to wave down a truck and just go straight to the military base with no conflict whatsoever.
Chris, Chris,
that would never happen. That would have never happened to you.
Well, hold on, Chris. Have you not learned anything? Have you not learned anything from playing Battlefield and Call of Duty? All you have to do is jump in the water, swim all the way to the other end of the map, and you get out clean. No problems.
Everything is so close. The bad guy's compound is like 20 miles away. It's so close. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, Chris. Look, Chris, I'm just saying. Do you want him to have white privilege or not?
No, I do want him to have white privilege. She walks back on base.
Then he got the fucking truck.
He walks back base to the point where it was like, yeah, we're going to court-martial your ass. I don't know, man. He knows ninjutsu. I don't think we should court-martial. I'm like,
bro, that is no excuse to not court-martial somebody.
I love the fact that the court-martial thing kept on being brought up and never went to being court-martial.
And it's the black guy that's like going to bat for him too. Like, I don't know, man. He knows ninja shit.
Magical Negro.
The magical Negro.
Okay. Can we finally talk about that magical Negro? Because we have talked about him before, and that is me and Chris's no bullshit. One of our heroes. That's Steve James. Steve James is the motherfucking man.
He is a
no bullshit
veteran.
If him and Didikoff really got into a fist fight, Steve would have folded that nigga like a motherfucking chair.
I'm wild enough that this man was like, I'm gonna get all the money I can out of these two Jewish guys for all their work. I ain't gonna get it all.
He had a plan. He had a plan, and he played the greatest long game ever.
And you know the worst part about Steve James for me is this: his best movie is a movie that you cannot get your hands on, and that's Street Hunter. Street Hunter is not that very good of a movie either, but it is so badass, so cheap, and so badass that you have to watch it. Also, my nigga Red Brown is in it, so I had to mention that shit.
But like he gets back to base, and as Sue pointed out, him and Dudikoff have it out because as Corporate Curtis Jackson, the most blackest fucking name ever, says, "Hey, you don't fucking win without being on a team." And I'm like, okay, so he doesn't like lone wolves. Okay, all right, see how this works.
When he said that, here's me. You know what? No bullshit. I can make the joke all I want to. But no bullshit. 50 Cent said that exact same thing. It's the Curtis thing to say.
Now, difference is though, I like how Joe just literally just judo throws his ass the whole time. And I'm like, oh,
The whole entire time, this motherfucker got white belted seismic toss the whole time.
oh.
I mean,
man.
can we say that him doing all of that, the seismic toss and the judo toss, bro, like, let's be real. This was Bruce Irving getting folded by Geese Howard.
It's like predictable, bam, predictable, bam. It's like, well, and then that's on top of Curtis the whole time. His fucking team, his squad mates are fucking yucking it up. He's like, shut up, shut up.
And speaking of yucking it up, how about the sergeant that clearly has a bone to pick with him?
Oh, gun running.
The one
that might as well had a sign saying "I'm a bad guy."
That one, or as I like to say when I first saw him, yo, why didn't somebody tell me that F. Murray Abraham's pops was in this movie?
Bruh. My man had the most simplest things. I'm on a gun run. I'm going to steal from the base, and apparently the base doesn't do a fucking investigation. Oh, that's right, because the colonel's involved. And I'm like, so nobody from higher government-ups noticed that you got some missing weapons? Okay, all right, cool.
Bro,
Nah, dude, hold on, this the 80s. We don't need to check.
See, Chris, that's because we've been in.
Yeah,
and
we know
how shit works. And we're taking what we know and putting it into the 80s.
It's funny though, because it's so easy. It's like no red tape. It's even to the point, so check it, right? So after all that, right, Colonel's daughter.
The base would have been shut the fuck down, and there would have been investigations. No one's leaving.
4 of our men got injured from a ninja attack. Don't worry. We'll the military comp them. They're good. They're fine.
Send a folded flag to their families. Let's keep it.
It's like this whole thing went down because of ninjas.
Time out though. What made it funny is that because Curtis, he's actually, I guess he works for the medical, I guess, apparently. And when he sits there and tells the colonel, so do you know anything about ninjas? And I was waiting for the colonel to be like, son, are you high? But no, the colonel's like, yes, I know ninjas. What are you talking about?
Bro, when he said that, I was like, no, the fuck you don't.
The moment he said that, I was like, wait, so they're a real thing in this universe. Like, they're not this unknown entity.
They're
like
grunts. They're just normal pesky grunts. Like, oh, ninjas. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The ninjas. Everybody knows the ninjas. What the fuck?
Ninjas in Texas. What are you talking about?
I mean, and the way he said it like he was mildly annoyed by the fact that they were attacked by ninjas.
My intelligence and ask me if I know about ninjas?
Like the other day, ninjas jumped on his trunk of his car and he just shot 2 of them and was like, all right, we're good. We're golden. So, at this point, Curtis and Joe, they form a camaraderie pretty quickly off screen apparently. And it's to the point that the colonel's daughter decides, instead of going back to Cali, she wants to have a hot date with Joe. And I'm like, okay, I guess.
Because why not?
We just go straight to date night. All right, cool, fine. At the same time that they're having dinner, the colonel and the lead bad guy are having a conversation on how this American ninja fucked up their plans. And that's when the colonel decides, I'm going to find a way to get this guy killed.
Dude, first of all, I don't know how you're going to find a way to get this guy killed when this man literally jumped on top of a truck and Simon Belmonted his way into stopping it.
The most slow motion Simon Belmont, by the way.
Very slow motion.
So,
bro,
yeah.
Here's what, before the date, like, one thing that kind of, like, bugged me out was, like, no one noticed him ramping off the base.
Bruh, them base walls were low as shit, by the way.
Like, nobody noticed a man speeding on a fucking crotch rocket.
That was a nice bike, by the way. That looked like a fucking Ducati
it
or
was
something.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looked like an old school Ducati. It was beautiful. But, like,
I'm about to say, I was just about to say, that looked like one of them old Ducatis. I was just about to say that shit.
Like, he launches off the base and nothing.
Not even a clap. Not even a clap. Like, man, that's badass. Nothing. Just
like, oh shit. Okay. Like, bro.
I like how you said, Charlie. You basically saying, I just saw something, and I need all of you to acknowledge what I just saw.
Like, yeah. No, you like no. It's like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, yo.
No, you gotta see this.
You need to acknowledge what the fuck happened. So I'm not crazy.
First of all, when he jumps the base, you could tell that everybody's attitude was like, it's Joe jumping the base again.
Well, you gotta remember they don't like Joe, but maybe they made up off screen because, like I said again, Joe and Curtis, it's all of a sudden they're BFFs now, and I'm like, that was quick.
I mean, look.
That's what I found so great. It's like, hey, you got a beef with like if you got beef with Joe, easy, like have it out with him and let him seismic toss you a couple of times, and then you guys are friends.
Talking.
The way you explain that is like how some, not all of them, how some old heads explain how racism doesn't exist in the military. They explain it that same way. All you gotta do is fight it out. Y'all be friends. Like it don't work that way, nigga.
No, that's not at all how that works.
You might get one, maybe.
See, I get it when those vets who like served in Vietnam and around that time say that shit. I get their perspective, even though I feel that it's wrong. But the one that shocks me are the ones that come out of the military right now. Man, we ain't had this in the military. Bullshit, you didn't.
Goddamn,
you know how many friends in the military I knew that tell me the racist bullshit they go on every day? Like, oh no, man. Whatever.
It might not be overt racist, I'm gonna call you a nigga, but it's diet racist shit, basically. That's all it
is.
No, it is super diet racist.
It's super diet racist. What I had to hear from, actually, because I knew more people. I only knew people in two branches. That was the Air Force. I got a lot of y'all who are Air Force guys, and I got a lot of them who are Marines. So I got to see both ends of the spectrum in that sense. Both of y'all racist. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all relative here at this age.
Shit. It's the same shit. It's just they do way more dick stuff in the Marines. Them niggas gay. I swear to God they are.
But dog, like how you look, how is it that the colonel decides since I knew you were out with my daughter, I'm going to sit there and set you up by having you go to an abandoned warehouse and get attacked by other ninjas?
To me, that was a bit extreme.
Can we please talk about this? Can we please talk about this warehouse fight scene? Oh my God,
that is so fun. The setup is fucking hilarious because he tells him, you're going to go to motorcade. All right. And then tells the guy, the colonel wants you to drop this thing off at the warehouse on the other end of town. Like, that's not suspicious at all, but okay, sure.
That's right. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird.
Dude,
okay.
first of all, he goes in there. He goes inside this abandoned warehouse and has the slowest fight with ninjas I've ever seen.
Hey, Eris, when you hear ninjas, you don't hear speed, okay, sir? I'm gonna need you to calm it down. Keep all your ninja stuff for your anime, okay?
And again.
Hold on. And wait. Let me get this right. Stealth. What's that?
What the fuck is stealth? I got a question. How are these niggas missing with arrows? How are these niggas missing with arrows, man?
Wait, niggas are missing with guns?
No, they're missing with arrows, they're missing with guns, they're missing with swords. The fact that one of them literally got killed by a softball underhand toss from a kunai from Michael Dudikoff.
Bro.
Oh, man. I love those because the 80s always fucked up ninja stars getting thrown. They always had to do that little weird where they look like they're tossing them. Like where they look like they're tossing them. You just see the other guy on the other end. Oh!
Oh, did you love how he actually stabbed a ninja in the dick with the sword through the fucking haystacks and shit?
There's a lot of dick stuff in this movie. Dick shots in this movie.
Nah, CJ, I got the best one though in that warehouse fight by far was him tossing two ninjas out of two different windows, and then one literally jobbed his way into running into the side of the door.
Oh, how about the ninja that was inside the barrel that Dudikoff stabbed, and he just pops out like, oh!
Bro,
that was a good one.
That nigga had a plan. Look, I feel bad for him. That nigga had a plan. He had a serious plan, and he jumped out 1 second too early. I feel bad for him.
You know what? He got antsy. He got too antsy. He, like Icarus, he flew too close to the sun, and it burned him.
No, he didn't get. No, first of all, he didn't fly too close to the sun and got burned. He was attempting to fly and didn't expect the ghost of Sparta to beat the bejesus like off of him and take his wings.
You know what? You know what it really is. You know what it really is. I feel
Kratos
bad.
robbed Icarus of his wings.
You know what? You know what it is, Eris? For me, it was this. That was D playing every Call of Duty game ever. I suck at playing COD. At the end of the day, I just suck at playing that game. But that's me. Like, I'm going to fuck all these niggas up. I'm about to camp the shit out their ass. Next thing you know, fit. Who shot me? Who the fuck shot me?
He's the guy. He's the guy.
I'll give you one worse.
What?
It's like playing Battlefield, and you get killed, and then you get and then you have to respond right where everybody's shooting at.
I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jump cuts. I loved how once Joe gets out the warehouse and is chasing after the truck with the motorcycle that had the sidecar. Did you love the jump cut of when the truck hit the sidecar? It looked like the fucking bike also got fucked up, but then they jump cut to Joe like apparently was okay after getting hit, and I was like, okay, not that bike got fucked up.
I was just like, no way in hell. The movie should have ended right there, and the weapons are just gone. You know,
Joe did. Legion of Doom.
It's like Joe did.
Curtis is Curtis is crying at the funeral as the credits are rolling.
Like, I don't know why. Like, just for me watching this movie, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the shit out of this.
Oh yeah,
in fact, I want to watch American Ninja 2. I want to see where this goes.
You know the one thing I loved. You know the one thing I loved about this movie. What made me want to watch it. It wasn't the fact that I saw a commercial for it or something or anything like that, or a trailer or nothing. No. See, I subscribe to this channel on YouTube called New Retro Wave, and somebody took a song from Miami Nights 1984, and they took all of the best scenes from this movie, and it's just filled with so much cheese. Like seriously, try watching this movie playing nothing but synthwave.
You know what's crazy? It's crazy you say that. I've recently been on this synthwave kick.
I'm surprised there was no synthwave like soundtrack for this, to be honest.
Like I've just been on the synthwave kick because of Instagram.
Yeah.
And so like now like I have to look at I have to like see that video you were talking about.
I got, you know what, I'm gonna hopefully it hasn't been taken down. If it hasn't, I will throw it in the group chat right now.
Oh my god. And it's just so Joe gets hit by the truck and then the guy's like, all right, he's done. But Joe apparently hijacks it underneath the vehicle. And they get to the compound where the Legion of Doom is staying at and stuff. And it's a mix. Again, they get there and we see all the different multicolored ninjas, you know, working out and stuff. Because
they have special skills. Every color represents a skill.
Look, I would like to believe that, but they seem like they all do the same goddamn thing. Like, it's not even like, oh, a black belt and a yellow belt. It's like, no, they all do the same goddamn thing, which was kind of sad they didn't really make use of that in the final fight, but...
I like to think of it as tech school when you have the ropes. You know what I'm talking about. I like to think of it like that.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this scene, I was like, okay, I see a black ninja. I see the red ninjas. All right. Oh, it's an orange one. Oh shit, it's a yellow. Where's the blue? There it is, blue. Where's the green? There's a green one. So it's like, man, they hit the whole rainbow spectrum on this one. So Joe ends up getting found out, and they have probably one of the most, again, weirdly edited escape from the compound ever.
And there's like conveniently a tunnel in the forest.
I mean, look, between that and also Joe like shaking them off inside, I guess, the garage, and then the one guy that happened to see Joe on top of the vehicle and shot at him and missed. I'm like, how the hell did you miss, dude?
Right. Like I was just like, what the fuck? How?
The whole thing, even to the point that they're shooting everything up but him and stuff, and even one of the tires of the vehicles get shot up, and I'm like, your guy's not hitting him, Mike. Like, he's literally, like, slow combat rolling. What is going on here, guys?
That's been the thing, too. They shoot a lot of tires out.
Again, how are you this bad at your job?
I mean, and then Joe magically comes across his old master in the woods.
Oh, by the way, I put the video in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I bet.
Dude, came across his old master. I was like, so you just happened to be in the Philippines and didn't even bother to come to the base to talk to Joe. Okay, cool. Gotcha, man. Got you.
No, it wasn't time yet.
When is it time, Charlie? When is it time?
I don't
When is
know.
it
All
time?
right? I didn't write the movie.
No, it's just no, because here's the thing. Like the movie. Okay, so the movie posits that Joe has amnesia, but when you watch the movie up to that point, you would never known he had amnesia. You would never known it.
Dog, he was just like, yo, I lost my memory as a kid. Oh well, and then they come back to it like,
we know he went to the army because the judge basically told him, hey, you either go in the army or go to prison. He chose army. All right, cool. So at most it's like, okay, maybe he was just some orphan or whatever that just ran to a gang. All right, cool. But I'm like, amnesia, and even then. Later on, and when he gets, I guess he quote unquote gets his memory back. I'm like, what was the point? Like this really didn't. There was no revelation here.
That moment is so ridiculous. The whole him getting his memory back scene.
Just to see him crawl up a tree when he was 6 years old. I guess. I mean.
Yeah, like wearing a loincloth at 6, but that guy's not wearing a loincloth. Makes you want to ask some questions.
Let's think about something for a second. Which would you say is the more crazy way of getting your memory back? The way that he got it in this movie, or the Letty way from Fast and Furious?
Bro, wait, hold on. Can you really tell me how she got her? Just wasn't it like little hints here and there?
It was little hints, and then I think right at the end, before that fucking 30 mile plane chase and shit, she got her memory back or some shit.
No, see, it wasn't even that. It wasn't the fact that it wasn't that it was just little hints here or there that she got her memory back. It took Dom to get in a situation where he honestly should have died upon impact.
With the cannon? When he jumped across and pretty much launched across and hit a car?
No, not the one where he caught her. Not the one where he caught her. Not that scene.
They should have been fucking beyond dead.
Yeah, not even that. It's at the end. It's at the end of the movie where she's like,
busted the fucking nose of the plane and shit.
Yeah, when he busted the nose of the plane and she's like, oh my god, Dom, you can't die. You can't die. I got my memory back. I remember everything. So it just came back.
This was just like the master giving him some tea and being like, you remember everything now? Sure.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's like this is jogging my memory right now.
It's like here, drink this tea because you forget your memory and you need it.
Also,
as soon as I drank that tea, I would have been like, yeah, I remember. Bitch, why the fuck was I wearing a loincloth and you had pants on?
Diapers, sir. Diapers. Jesus.
It's like, this isn't making any sense.
So no, I have to call it out like this. Joe's a dick. So he's in prison, right? He gets back, because he left off base and stuff. He gets arrested. He gets thrown in the brig, right? Joe is a dick. So Ninja Master comes in there and was like, fuck it. My ninjas can't do it. I'll do it myself. And he expertly kills both MPs inside the prison. I'm like, okay, that was funny a little bit how he killed those guys. And then he goes into the prison to kill Joe. Joe basically kicks him on the other side, jumps on top of outside of the his prison room, and then the other MP comes in there and tries to kill the ninja. I'm like, Joe, save your band. You're not gonna save him? You're just gonna let him get stabbed? All right, cool, I guess. Man.
Hey man, we all got to get stabbed sometimes.
My man stayed up there. I'm like,
man,
you're not gonna help.
It ain't our look, Chris. It's not our choice who sees God. Okay.
That's God's choice. Who sees God?
Also,
no. First of all, it ain't choice. That's God's plan.
I mean, my man came in there with the gun ready to fucking shoot the club up and stuff, and then missed twice and then get fucking stabbed. I'm like, you should have just left the room at that point. Like, nah, ninjas, I'm out.
Nope.
Oh, God's in my point. Try it. It's all on you.
Now, hold on. Let's not forget. We do still have another interesting character going on, and that would be Sonny Bronson here.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the Ninja Master himself, Sonny Bronson.
Yeah, I will now refer to him as Sonny Bronson.
Sonny Bronson. There you go.
All right, here's something I need to know. Like his boss, the guy he's working for, that guy was. What was he? Was he like Italian, Middle East, like
maybe Middle Eastern? I don't know.
Dude
Like,
sounded. First of all, he sounded French. It's like a French guy trying to sound. It's a French guy. No, it's a French guy trying to sound like he's from like an Arab nation.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was sort of like that.
Like he was Moroccan or something like that.
I was going to say he was either Moroccan or he is that weird Spanish that knows a lot of French.
Yeah, because it's
You know
not
what I
like
mean?
it's not like Delta Force where Robert Forrester, they're like, all right, we need you to be Arab. Why don't you just hire Arab? Nah, we're just gonna get you and just
Nah, you close enough, bro.
First of all, don't tell me how to do my fucking job. Why don't you do your job and be Arab?
Let's be real. Rob Forster took that money and was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna
No,
Fuck it.
it was see back in the 80s, if you could play if you were white and you could play Spanish or Russian, you were in the bank. You were good. They were always the bad guys, so you had it right there.
But like,
Did anybody else like the fact that like the fact that Sonny Bronson's boss was Diet Charles Napier?
Actually, you wasn't that. No, for me, he was Diet. For me, he was the RC Cola, not Diet, just the RC Cola version of Ricardo Montalban for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the dude was literally peeling fruit, eating it in front of the ninja, in front of fucking damn Bronson, old Bronson ninja and stuff, and was like, "Yeah, someone needs you to kill this guy."
Yo, here's what the thing that killed me about their moments was like, Sonny Bronson would like speak Japanese, and then dude would speak English, and then Sonny Bronson would speak English, and then go back to speaking Japanese, and I'm like, bruh, what?
Apparently,
Oh, did y'all?
if you watch Electric Boogaloo, the story of Canon, they purposely did that. That was on purpose. Like they was like, hey, we just want to see him speaking his native tongue, and I'm like, what was the point? No subtitles, nothing.
You know what? And you know what it is? Look, it was sort of like what they wanted was how we all reacted to when we saw Tekken 5 of somebody actually dipping into like Korean and somebody else speaking Japanese on. It was like that. It was sort of like that, except, there were subtitles and, dare I say it, there was plot structure. But
like even like for me, like when Jin and Harong would have like an interaction, I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all saying to each other. He's Japanese,
but Charlie,
you're Korean.
Would you rather take Tekken 4's fucking English thing?
I was
like,
just about to say that.
How are you doing? And I'm like, Jesus.
I was really just about to say that, CJ. Thank you.
You sound like a white man. Korean.
Hold on. No, we all know how that dialogue went. I never got to fight you at the tournament. There's no reason to fight. You ain't got one? Well, I do.
European.
The strongest of Japanese accents.
So, what do you want?
My son asked me a question that kind of fucked me up for 2 seconds. Hey, Dad, yeah. So why does Xiaoyu speaks what? Japanese, but she's Chinese. Yeah, I know. So Lei Wulong, what does Lei speaks? English. But ain't he Chinese too? Son, shut the fuck up.
Just play the goddamn game.
Fuck up. That's not the reason why we got this game, all right?
Listen to Lei come out the corner and say, freeze!
Hey, watch this. Now, how about it? No, Eris. Here's this. This is all for Eris. Son, this is a game about different martial arts styles and how people implement them. Now, pick Negan. I got to be real with you.
That was perfect.
I done use Negan. Hey, Chris, Eris, I done used Negan 3 times. Why is he in this game?
That is Tekken in a nutshell. It's like, oh, it's so fucking, it's so inclusive. We even got pandas, and then Negan.
No. CJ, I got this. D, you're really gonna ask a question why Negan is in a game with dinosaurs, panda bears, regular freaking grizzly bears, robots,
A demon.
a demon.
Harris, and bowling. Don't you dare forget bowling.
No. See, I was gonna go back on it. First of all, I was gonna take it back. Bowling, and for some reason, beach volleyball. You're really gonna. A beat 'em up. You're really gonna ask, why is Negan in this game?
Also,
why is he not?
Also, randomly finding out that Akuma was a hitman for hire for the Mishima clan. So there's that.
Nah, not for Mishima. It was no. First of all, Akuma showed up in this. He showed up in this game because Kazumi said you owe me one.
Basically, it's like you owe me one.
Yo.
No. My son
on that debt, nigga.
Yo, my son actually like. So, Dad, wait. So Akuma is working for them. So does that mean that Street Fighter existed in this universe? Son, I'm gonna be real with you. With your dad, all fighting games are connected, except Dead or Alive. Why?
To be honest with you, like how in my head you could have connected Street Fighter, Tekken, and pretty much like really King Fatal Fury / King of Fighters. Like all three of that can connect. Like it's like because like sometimes like when I'm like high, I can like my mind goes everywhere and shit. And I just like kind of like thought about it, and I was like really thinking about it. I was like, yeah, if you just do it like that can work. That can work.
I'm just saying.
And then they announced Geese Howard
the second I saw
was like, who was listening to me? Like I felt like someone was listening to my conversation to myself because they announced Geese Howard. So like now I keep all my ideas to myself. But nah, like that shit kind of works and whatnot. But
I'm just saying, Sonny Bronson should have killed all. He should. You know what, Sonny Bronson? I would like to know how more effective he would have been compared to the Colonel and fucking Ricardo Montalban and shit.
Probably more efficient, yo. It seemed like he had a good like system going with his crew of ninjas.
He really didn't like working for those white guys.
All of them got washed at the end of this movie, so I don't know.
You want to know the biggest misstep of that? Since you mentioned that they all got washed at the end of the movie, D. First of all, his boss, for some reason, failed to use his greatest weapon, the gardener that didn't talk. I got a feeling that dude is a monster.
Yep.
I mean,
so is the quiet ones, man.
Hey man, did you love that obvious heel turn from the Colonel when his daughter was like, "But Dad, you gotta help Joe. He can help you out." Yeah. I got an investigation. They're gonna investigate.
When he made that phone call?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, they about to get arrested.
Oh, he showed his hand. So he was like, what's that?
Boys, man, they done.
He's like, what's that? You already doing an investigation? All right, good. And I'm like, and there's the heel turn.
I knew it was over, yeah. She was like, Daddy, what are you doing? Sorry, honey, I'm calling up the goons.
I was like, dude, this nigga's clearly lying.
Literal hired goon.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. What's she gonna tell her mom when she get back to California? What happened to your dad? Ooh, yeah. Stop that.
Oh shit.
Oh man, we have some problems.
I gotta tell you something. Hey, yo, Mom. Hey, yo, nigga, them Filipino winners, man. I'm just saying, bro.
Uncle Julio, we're not going to get that money anymore, so this mansion going to have to get sold. You know that, right?
Hey, you think you can... He's like, do you think you can sell the house?
I don't know, Mom. I'm just saying, Mama, I'm just saying, it's the Philippines. Some nigga with the last name DeJesus shot Daddy.
My daddy was in some shit. I don't know what. I try to stay out of it. He wilding.
He wilding. Fucking around with the biggest playing Mahjong all the time. I told you.
So whatever money you got saved up, use it sparingly. Because this life of luxury about to come to an end.
Hey, Chris, I'll tell you how racist I am. Because my ass don't know that much about Filipino culture, despite that being one of our big listeners, the Philippines. Despite knowing nothing of their culture, the only way I can think of anything Asian, Chris, was off of the Yakuza game. I feel so fucking...
That's what you have to go back to sometimes. It's like, oh, you gotta go back to Yakuza because you play it so much.
Come on, you guys play Mahjong. Y'all eat crab and sushi. Come on, you're Asian.
Karaoke. That's what y'all do, right?
Hey, I told
Oh,
these
y'all
guys,
do that,
man.
right?
I played so much of Yakuza doing the hostess things. I'm like, man, I could probably go to Japan right now and be a bitchin' hostess right now, man. This would be crazy.
No, the fuck you couldn't. The second they see your black ass get off that plane.
It's like, I know the ins and outs, man. Yakuza taught me everything. It's like, no, you can't.
All you gotta do is, hey Chris, here come your smart dumb ass. See, all you gotta do is talk to the girls, and that's gonna make their experience points go up when you talk to them.
Experience points. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
At that point, like, first of all, they see Chris. Like, first of all, like, CJ, they see you get off the plane. They were like, first of all, you too tall, and I don't like that.
Mistake me for
All I gotta
Kobe
do-
Bryant and shit.
And look, Chris over there is. All I gotta do is say the right things. They're gonna laugh. You're gonna see the hearts float up out of their head, and I said the right thing. Look, come on, it's like real life, dog.
Nah, they see you like charming the shit out of they girls. They gonna fucking hem your ass up on your way out. Nah, I don't like this nigga, yo.
That's the only reason why
Like,
First of all, they have to reach. They have to reach CJ.
See, I was gonna joke on it, but Eris is right. Eris is probably right with this shit. Like Eris all like, they ain't gonna happen. They ain't got the arm reach. You're
punching that God, son. You're punching that God.
No, how hilarious that would be.
jump his legs.
Chris is ducking niggas in the middle of Shibuya, going 70 miles in the underbrush and shit, ducking Japanese niggas.
Dog,
Low running like
right.
guy off the Street Fighter and shit.
Let me get this right. So Joe, with his master now, rolls up to that fucking compound and just shoots an arrow. Did you love the delayed and how fucking Sonny Bronson hit the arrow before it hit his boss? And I'm like, you should.
I like how he hits that thing and then immediately grabs the second one. I'm like, okay, fucking Barry Allen, I get it.
And then he breaks it in half, and Joe decides to break his weapon in half. I'm like, Joe, you just took your advantage out the window here.
I'm like, yo, nigga. No, right there. I'll be real with you, Chris. Here's me. White people.
It really
Stupid.
White logic.
I'm gonna level the playing field. I'll be honest with you. If I knew I had an advantage over Muhammad Ali, I'm gonna take the advantage. I'm shooting that nigga dead in the kneecap. Like, I don't understand why.
My man Joe should have went Oliver Queen on everybody before he even got to the master, and he decides not, bro.
Before he even hit the ground, nigga. No, but the best part about it is, right here, all hell breaks loose. There's a fight, and I like how the fucking businessmen just stand off to the side. They don't even duck bullet fire, nothing. They just stand off to the side and watch.
Did you love how Curtis rolls in there with the troops with a tank and his boys with machine guns, and he just murdered the ninjas? I'm like, where was this in the first act of the movie?
I got to be real with you. Look, him rolling up with the squad made up for him getting his ass whooped in the beginning of the movie for me, man.
That whole part is the best part, because you see the dudes sitting on a tank firing, like using their pistol, but firing one shot at a time. But they're not really aiming at shit. And then like other people
right there, look. The best part when he shot that one time, I just saw. I swear to God, I saw motherfucking Arsenio Hall in my head. Stop shooting that little motherfucker.
It was like that. And then like they were mowing people down with the machine guns, and then like people weren't getting hit, but they were dropping. Some people getting shot up, and then they was having delayed reactions, or they like was. They would like some people was being like The Rock, like you know how The Rock when he gets stunned, he just oversells it. Some people were overselling getting shot.
Curtis fighting Great Value Bolo.
No. I'm about to say, how you gonna be Bolo and how you gonna be Bolo and not break 5'8"? That's first off, that's number one. Number two, I like how this nigga was just fat, really. He really wasn't built.
He was a fat, solid nigga.
Dude, Curtis out here showing his eight-pack and shit. He looking like...
Take him for a fat, solid nigga. You a fat, solid nigga. You ain't...
Curtis really unnecessarily took his shirt off.
Hey, he had to show them guns and 8-packs.
Hold on. I'm sorry, MMA practitioner. You wouldn't do the same thing?
Yo, that ain't about me. I ain't in the movie. I ain't in the movie. Don't worry about what the fuck I would do.
Hey, D, I hate to tell you, the man's got a point.
You got a point.
But yeah,
Eric, did you see the greatest combat role of all time, though?
Yes, I did. I saw that combat role, and I had to stand and applaud.
I rewinded it 3 times because that looked like some shit my kid would do in the backyard. Steve James combat rolls 1 foot and slides with it and try to be badass with it. And
my man was doing everything in that final fight. He fought Great Value Bolo. He, took some fucking damn ninjas that kicked some ninja ass and stuff. It was great.
Oh my God. The nigga was sweating for no reason. Loved it.
I like Sonny Bronson's wrist laser. That was awesome.
I need that.
Where'd that come from? No one knows.
The wrist laser and the underarm cannon that he had. What the fuck? This nigga was fucking Vast Trigun, nigga. What the fuck the hell was going on with this arm?
Joe couldn't be outdone because he also had claws on the middle of his palm of his hand.
Yo.
Okay, all right.
You know what the best part about that was, Chris? In the middle of that fight, I'm glad the movie listened to what I was thinking in my head. Hey, you know what? I want to see you guys go through that obstacle course. Can I see that? Thank you. I like how I know it was Menahem Golem because he was a cheap ass. No, we getting every bit of this motherfucking obstacle course. Don't going up that damn.
I swear to God, I have now confirmed this, and I'll probably say no more from Medicast. I swear, I think Saban saw all them Golden Globus fucking movies. It's like, all right, now I know how to be cheap. This is how we do it.
I didn't think you're probably right because of one main reason. Because, and I'm not saying it like how some niggas say Illuminati and shit, but I think certain people, certain Jewish men in those circles kind of knew each other and shit like that. If you would have investigated Chris, I would guarantee you Menahem Golden will show up under Saban's name.
Yeah, Saban Entertainment.
Him, both of them. I guarantee you Menahem Golden will show up.
Probably
because he was a plug for a lot of people too, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
into the industry.
I mean, I mentioned it as much that the people that do the Olympus Has Fallen movies and Expendables is the same people that was formerly under Golden Globus and Cannon, so it lines up pretty good. I mean,
because the Cannon group was just so weird how they kept it very in-house and how some of those in-house people develop into legit filmmakers. Hell, before his accident, Christopher Reeve was actually about to be one of them. So it's no bullshit. There's a lineage that comes from Cannon, man. There's a real lineage that comes from him.
Bruh, but the way fucking Sonny Bronson got killed, I was like, well, that was kind of underwhelming a little bit.
It was already bad enough that his master disappeared and then reappeared.
To take the blow for Joe,
Yo, I like how he reappeared in the all right, wait. It was in the beginning of the fight. Remember, it was in the beginning of the fight, and somebody looked like they just threw a motherfucking smoke pellet on the ground out of nowhere. That reminded me of playing Batman Arkham City, and you do it on accident, and you just smoke everywhere.
And you just standing there.
People just standing there. You're just hitting X, hoping that you can hit somebody.
Maybe I'll do it. That'll work, right? Yep.
I still gotta ask the question, the big ninja fight at the end of the movie. Why was one of them a full-on ninja rocking the Geese Howard Hakama pants?
That was his master.
That was on the master. That was his master.
Yeah, his master was the one that was fighting him.
His Akama pants didn't match with his ninja gear.
That's what I'm saying.
It was black on the top, red on the bottom.
That's what I'm saying. Are you okay? Look, is this really the best way that you're trying to get us to differentiate? Okay, this is clearly the master fighting the other ninjas.
Probably.
Yeah, because remember, the American ninja had the red belt on. He had the red pants on. That confirmed that they're on teams. Come on, Chris. Eris, keep up with it, man. This is like skins versus shirts. Come on.
Okay, I got you.
Same principle.
I mean, I did like I thought it was something seeing how Sonny Bronson here just said, you know what, I've had enough of this washing that's going on, and decides to throw a kunai, and he throws a kunai mixed with a smoke pellet, and the master eats it.
He just showed up conveniently.
It's like, no, Joe. Ugh.
And I'm mad at your boy Joe sat there and gave him the evil eyes. I'm like, nigga, bring it in. There's 5 minutes left in this movie. Don't you dare give me a no.
Hey yo, did you like seeing Asian Chi-Chi from Scarface clutching that briefcase like there was no tomorrow?
Oh my god. You remember when I'm just mad that these niggas were just standing there the whole time. They didn't think to get on the helicopter until the last 4 minutes of the movie.
Bro,
That's the best part.
Nigga, it's lit.
And then the colonel's like, all right, I got top loose ends because this nigga gonna stitch on my ass that I was working with him, and he gets fucking killed for his damn troubles. I'm like, you should just let the colonel take your daughter. You should let him take your daughter, dude.
Just let him take your daughter, dog.
You know what? Speaking of people getting killed, how about when Jackson shows up? Like when he shows up on the machine gun on that Jeep, right? He's firing away, and yes, we are seeing video game mode because you're seeing the camera next to the gun as it's firing at the building, right? Why are the dudes like literally climbing over the rail to simulate them dying?
That's how you do it, though, Eris. That's what they
No, D, no. Don't try to rationalize this. They are straight up crawling over.
Just to fall.
Look, here's what I was mad at, right? You're in a helicopter. Why are you watching two ninjas fight? Fly off. Go
Go away.
Go. Why are we watching this? You're not the audience. Go home.
Have you not learned anything from Land D from Shenmue? He doesn't stick around.
I really feel that the helicopter pirate came out the bathroom. All right, I'm ready. What the fuck going on out here?
You know what?
Yeah,
for a movie like this, that would have been a funny moment. The helicopter's like, what's taking so long? Oh shit, he had to go to the bathroom. All right, bet.
I just look at it like, again, looking at it like if it was the real world, that helicopter pilot would have been out, yo.
That dude would have been like 15 miles away, and Dudikoff would have been looking with that 1,000-yard stare like, guess we missed him, huh? Damn.
Fuck.
Hey, you know what?
Here comes Steve James. Don't worry. It's going to be a sequel to this.
Yo, don't worry, man. We'll get him in the sequel. All right.
You want to know something? Just to go back to Jackson's fight with, oh God, just to see, Nolo. First of all, you say Nolo. I was laughing because I'm watching him literally fight this dude underground. I'm like, holy crap. Check out Jackson taking on Indonesian Hercules here.
I mean, really? No, hold up. Chris, you talking about the helicopter. Okay. Fuck it. They get on the helicopter. He drags homegirl onto the helicopter, which I just got to be honest with you. At this point, if you're Ricardo Montalban, you got to look at your whole shit thinking like, damn, man, I did all this shit to get all these ninjas here. I mean, really, when you think about it, I had nothing to gain from a business standpoint by getting these motherfuckers on my side.
Sure did seem like a waste, didn't it?
It didn't seem like a waste when you really look. There was no benefit for him. But anyway.
And then Curtis pulls out the fucking Super NES Power Scope to kill him.
That had a rocket, but then didn't have a rocket, and then fired a rocket.
I mean, I like how they was like, we got this. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We got this 55-year-old man hanging out of a helicopter, shooting at a ninja that is 1 foot away from him, and he's missing.
All I'm saying is this: I was mad that we didn't get the typical bad guy when he gets blown up in a helicopter. No. Nothing.
Well, it could have been. Well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse, D. You know, you could have had the ninja do the Tony Jaa and literally do the freaking bicycle kick and kick the dude out of the chopper.
Okay. See, with Tony Jaa, look, I did ask myself this question. Remember in the 2000s when we used to hype this shit up in high school? I know we all did. Charlie, I know you probably did too. When you get to be older and you see that shit, the question is not, is it stupid? The question is it still cool? Because something can be dumb and still be cool. You know what I mean? So that bicycle kick is still one of the badass things I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's Tony Jaa.
It's Tony Jaa. It's Tony Jaa. Let me put it this way. Put it this way. If it was Steven Seagal doing that shit,
ain't no way in fucking hell I would. Y'all know how I feel about Steven Seagal. Ain't no, bruh. If
first off, Charlie, we call him Action Trump on this show. So
Action Trump.
I would kick a hole in my TV. I'm serious. If I see Steven Seagal do some shit like that, I'm kicking a hole in my TV.
Hey, Charlie. So let me guess. Seeing Steven Seagal do the wire foo and exit wounds was already crossing the line.
Nigga. When he went down, kicked him, and pushed himself up with his hand.
I'm sure Michael John White rolled his eyes when he saw that shit in theaters opening night. Like, God damn it, that happened.
There's no way this man can do that.
When I saw...
and then he, no, because Michael Jawa was giving him the business, but somehow he managed to kill him in the most bullshit of ways.
First of all, see him do that kick, which had me laughing because I said, "Yo, Seagal did the guile kick that is impossible to do."
Yo, I still think Steven Seagal. You gotta think about it. That's historic because that's the last time Steven Seagal was willing to have somebody assist him in doing the action. Because after that, it's just like, no, let him just stand 1 foot in front of me and I just punch him. Bro, at that point, it just got lazy.
And then it got worse with Half Past Dead, yo.
Half Past Dead. Half Past Dead, which, ladies and gentlemen, listen to that podcast. That's actually one of my favorite ones we did, y'all. But that movie is a different breed of a terrible Seagal.
You know what's amazing?
That's when we knew it was over.
Let me ask y'all this. Do you think, and I know we decry remakes and stuff, right? Do you think, because when I watch American Ninja, there's a certain tongue-in-cheek aspect to it and stuff, which I'm pretty sure that's what Golden Globes was going for. Do you think if Hollywood tried to remake it, they'll make it too serious?
Yes.
They would.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think the only reason why is not a bad thing. It's because we all grew up. We know what ninjas are now.
Yeah. Yeah.
People know what ninjas are. Because back then, the charm of the 80s was there was no internet and white people could white people all they want. And
that's another thing. Ain't no white person like that. It ain't going to be. It'll be called American Ninja.
Oh, Curtis Jackson, the character, will still be in, but not Joe Armstrong.
Oh, yeah. Joe Armstrong. That nigga's gone. He's gone. No more.
Yeah. If he is there, it's going to be a black girl who's going to be the girlfriend. Yeah, I said it. Get mad. I said it. I know Hollywood.
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to just say it right now. This is Louis Tan's moment to shine.
Yes, it is.
This is his moment.
For him.
Oh, you already... And better yet, you already know who the master would be.
Oh, who?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Part of me thinks they might do.
I'm a hope.
Part of me
you
thinks
can
they
pull
might
some
do
shit like he's a Hawaiian on the he's a Hawaiian or some shit that worked out there and ended up learning this shit.
I don't know, man. They might do what they did in Ninja Assassin and get like an OG person because they got Sho Kosugi for Ninja Assassin as the bad guy.
They did. They did
that. They did.
He has this aura about him that creeps me the fuck. Like don't fuck with him.
He look like he'll still kill you. It's like
yeah. He has the face of I'll kill you.
Sho Kosugi accidentally killed a guy. He accidentally killed a guy.
Did he accidentally kill a guy? Was it really an accident?
Okay, the first time it was. The second time, that nigga should have moved. That ain't my fault.
The third time, dude had it coming.
Dude had it coming.
No, the third one was a thrill killing. It was a thrill.
No, you know what I asked about? Look, and I always said, look, I remember the first time me and Chris was kicking it about Sho Kosugi. I said, I wonder why he did a lot of American movies because a lot of Japanese the good ones didn't do that a lot. And Chris said, I don't know. The Yakuza was looking for him. Like, it's always a Yakuza with you, isn't it, Chris? It's like it always comes back to organized crime with you in Japan.
I mean, yo.
What if he had like an Alonzo type situation where he fucking killed the wrong person or something? He had to leave for a little bit.
See, I was gonna say,
I
was gonna say it was a Vanishing Son type of scenario where he ran because he was a political fucking terrorist or whatever and stuff, and he just came to America to escape that and stuff. But that could work too. But the funny thing is, Tadashi Yamashita still alive to this day, still rocking that goddamn hairstyle.
The master, Joe's master, he passed away 2 years ago in 2018, and he was acting up until like the mid 2000s.
Dude, I swear, I think direct-to-DVD movies for American Ninja and a lot of these movies, they were running out because at one point when they got to American Ninja 5, they had Pat Morita, and I'm like, man, you had Mako or Pat Morita, take your pick.
Then you gotta think about
and if you have any of them, you better make it good.
Yep.
But these series of movies were actually melted to the series of movies that came out later that was not with canon at all. That kind of was a part of that whole big rush of mid-90s super straight to VHS action flicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was American
Some
Ninja.
of them got lucky and went to pay-per-view, but not a lot of them did.
Yeah, American Ninja 4 was the one that's when I think 4 and 5 were the ones that wasn't under Golden Globus.
Yeah, and if I'm mistaken, one of them, actually, I don't even think it was them. I think it was one of the Ninja movies that actually went to
Ninja. Yeah, Ninja 4 and 5 were under Golden Globus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
those are probably the ones that went to pay-per-view.
But
if I'm mistaken,
I would give this American Ninja franchise this, man. Like I said, fucking Steve James and Michael Dudikoff, they stuck around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be for the main show, but we are going to come back to American Ninja. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be part of the main show, but god dang it, we got to come back to this series.
Oh, we doing part 2?
Oh, we have to do part 2. That has to happen.
We got to do part 2. I don't know if we're going to do all the parts, but we have to do 2. Because that's what I'm remembering the most, if I am mistaken.
Bro, like, if anything, just do up to 4, where, like, the last Michael Dudikoff movie.
Yeah, Annihilation was great, because 5 had nobody. Yeah, I think...
So,
Steve
James
was in 5, I think. Was he? I'm trying to think. Was he in 5?
I'm not really sure.
No, he wasn't in 5.
Oh, no, he was up to 3, my bad.
It was dude that, Pat Morita.
Yeah, Pat Morita was in 5. Yeah, Pat Morita was in 5.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, so. Yeah, David Bradley was the other guy.
Yeah, so, I think, yeah, man, we have to. So we got Speakman out the way. We got Dudikoff. We already kind of got Thomasine Griffin out the way.
Don the Dragon is next. You know that, right?
What is that?
You know Don the Dragon and fucking Billy Blanks are the next 2, right?
We already did Don the Dragon. We already got Don the Dragon out the way.
Oh, man, I forgot Billy Blanks was in some... Billy Blanks
was in some...
We got Cynthia Rock. We got Cynthia out the way.
D looked at me for Billy Blanks, and I already got one. It's the one where you played the janitor, being the token Negro to teach a high school kid how to do karate.
Yo, what movie is that?
Bagger Vance before Bagger Vance.
Wait, is it an action movie?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's on some bullshit, yo.
He was the Bagger Vance. He was literally teaching this high school kid who got bullied. It was literally like fucking reverse karate. Well, basically Karate Kid, but except it was more action for no reason. It was like, why is there drug dealers in this movie? Why did the drug dealers know fucking karate? This is weird.
Dog, it was so random. Yo.
Wait, it's one of those movies?
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody knows karate.
Yep.
It was.
You know what? See, here's the thing. You see, you know how people always get on anime? This is America's type of anime where everybody knows how to do that one martial art. That's some anime bullshit.
This is before Taebo kicked off. It was like, oh shit, Billy Blanks got something, and it's like, yeah.
We gotta do Billy Blanks. I feel like we're missing a couple other people, man. See, Speakman, we got lucky. We got lucky with Perfect Weapon. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's another 90s action stuff. I want to say Lorenzo Lamas. I want to say him.
Oh, the Renegade?
Yeah, Renegade, man.
I mean, outside of Renegade, what did Lorenzo Lamas do?
He didn't really...
See, I would love to do him, but...
Lorenzo Lamas is weird with him because he did so much stuff during that time that he might have did directed DVD stuff, but it was more so like he was doing soap operas more than anything else. That was the thing.
I don't remember him doing... Well, yeah. He did do a lot of directed DVD stuff.
He did more directed DVD stuff. I think he did one. No bullshit. You're going to laugh this. It was called The Latin Dragon. I fucking laughed my ass off. I was like, that's the name of the movie. Really?
Okay. Apparently...
it came out 2004.
Yep.
Apparently, my wife is beside me, and she is laughing her ass off, so that was a real movie.
I'm about to.
See, my wife is a Lamas fan, but even she's like, yeah, I don't think that's a movie y'all can do. It really ain't one. Unless we're going to go do Renegade.
Gary Busey's in it, yo.
Yep.
Yo, fuck. Gary Busey's in it?
In this movie, bro.
I don't know. After realizing the revelation that Gary Busey was in the fucking No Limit Studios fucking movie and shit, it's like Gary Busey clearly can do anything at this stage.
Lorenzo, but it's kind of funny now because Lorenzo Lamas is a part of that cult of white actors who are all now like super hard conservatives, and they all on like Fox News. It's
I don't know, man. See,
he is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think he's just more Christian than he is one of those people. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to go that far with Lon.
Like Dudikoff, last I saw an interview and stuff, he's Christian, but I don't think he has any political allegiance, so I kind of like breathe a sigh of relief, like, okay, good. I just don't say nothing. Just talk about American Ninja. I don't want to hear nothing else. Don't say nothing.
Don't bring up nothing else. Now, the one that shocked us is and the one that shocked us that still does to this day is fucking who our boy? When we did Stone Cold.
Bosworth.
God, Bosworth. Bosworth was the one that shocked me because I'm like, Bosworth is still cool. Ha 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 ha. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta go through this nigga's Twitter.
Like, oh!
It didn't take no digging at all. Yeah. Kaepernick should stand for the flag because America stands. Like, shut the fuck up, Boz.
I mean, look, I had a moment at first with fucking, again, you're going to laugh at this, fucking Gospelville himself. I was like, oh boy, don't tell me you're like Kenneth Copeland and you're Trump. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Woo! Woo! Whew, man. But
you know what surprised me, and I know it's fucked up for me to think this, but like, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, because in my head I had an image of him.
I think we all did, because it's like if you watch wrestling and you didn't know any of like the kayfabe stuff, you would think like, man, is this guy like black people or what? I don't know.
And then
come to find out, it's almost like a heel turn if you think about it.
That's what fucks up his
Chris. All right, Chris. So my wife just passed me the phone, and there's a movie called Fighter, starring Don the Dragon Wilson, Cynthia Rothrock, and Lorenzo Lamas.
Ooh.
It came out in 2004. So this is the fun part. This Cynthia, around about 2000, slowed down in my opinion. Don, on the other hand, I don't know. I haven't seen nothing of Don like past like 1996. So I don't know how good.
I think Don had a weird trajectory because I think once it hit like the late 90s, early 2000s, that's when a lot of direct-to-DVD markets was starting to change up a bit. So I don't know. It's weird. Dudikoff and Don the Dragon and stuff, once the direct-to-DVD market kind of shifted, it felt as though they were kind of like, man, are we left in the dust now? Because now anybody can fucking go to direct-to-DVD market.
And then you gotta think about the fact that there's other people that are a little bit higher than them that probably get more press. Like, DeCoscas probably put out. I don't think he did put out a movie. He put out a couple of straight to DVD
he did
movies.
Straight to DVD, and then all of a sudden the fucking Food Network was like, hey, we need you to be the fucking Orange Chef Master. All right, cool.
All right.
See y'all niggas later. That's yeah.
But see, the thing is, like, I think with DeCoscas, he's a kind of like in a different space because people know him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's a face, so like he cannot work for a minute, but if you get him, people are gonna be like, oh shit, Dacascos is in this?
All right.
Damn, yo, let me see this. Like, you're gonna want to see it.
That's why I'm like at this stage with John Wick hiring all these old actors. I'm like, hey, Dudikoff, you might want to hook up with the John Wick people. If you
I want to see what's up.
help us see
I
what's up
am
a little bit.
still shocked.
The thing is,
I am still shocked. Like, good example. If I no bullshit, if his whole career would get revived off this. If we're watching motherfucking John Wick and out of nowhere Robin Shaw has a full-on 3-minute fight with this nigga, we be like, yo, Robin, where the fuck you been at, nigga?
That would have been the first question. Where were you? And wow, you
Like,
move good. You move sharp.
Nigga, that shit was nice. It was awesome when he took that pencil and jammed it in your fucking neck, though, man.
It's like after Dead or Alive.
Wait, stop. Wait, stop there. No, you mean no? It wasn't Dead or Alive. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
He was in Legend. He was in Legend of Chun Li. But no, never mind that. You mean to tell me that Robin Shaw would get the Jackie Chan treatment from Enter the Dragon? Where he shows up in the middle of a fight, gets killed, but you got to rewind the movie back to see that was him.
Nah, it'll be like Tiger Chin and it'll be like Tiger Chin and John Wick 3 and stuff where he has a good fight and then gets stabbed in the eye and shit. I'm like, oh goddamn, like okay, well.
Which one was the Tiger Chin one? Which one was that?
Tiger Chin was in John Wick 3. He was the one at the beginning. They were fighting in the knife shop and stuff.
In the knife shop?
And he stabbed him in the
that's
eye.
what that was. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, because I was
I love that thing.
Because I was like, oh shit, it's my man Tiger Chin. Oh shit. Oh God.
You had a good 5-minute run there.
I only heard of him. I never seen him. I only heard of him. I don't think I've seen a nigga like that.
Tai Chi Master. Him and
Tai
Keanu.
Chi?
Yeah. Him and Keanu have a good have an interesting final fight in that movie.
Dog, that fight is so weird. I hate that fight. And Iko Uwais is in that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even didn't even notice him until like after the fact.
I'll just say this: the end of fight in Tai Chi Master, it's like, okay, so does does he have white privilege against Tiger Chin? I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe. I don't know.
Baby, hold on, Chris. I hate my wife. I'm about to ban her. I got another one. It's called CIA Codename Alexa, starring Lorenzo Lamas. And I am not fucking playing with you, O.J. Simpson.
Oh, that we
so,
got a class.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do that movie next time.
What's it called again?
CIA Codename Alexa.
What year did that come out?
What the heck?
Oh, 1992. Ooh.
92.
Oh,
We
I'm
might have
looking
to
at
watch
the
that.
cover for this right
You know what? We have to watch that. We have to do that.
Oh my God.
Yo, OJ really good with the revolver, bro.
This is during his peak Naked Gun years too.
Oh, this before.
Wait a minute, 93. That was a year away, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, this is.
Oh. Let's just put it out there. I'm just putting it out there. We at 3 Black Geeks support the living shit out of the Juice. We love Juice. He killed the living shit out of his wife.
He
At the same
cut her
time.
head off.
He fucking killed Nicole.
At the same time, them
You a
Twitter videos,
cold
though.
nigga, man.
At the same time,
Wow.
them Twitter videos though. Hello, Twitter world. It's OJ Sears. OJ here.
I look, man. The Juice my nigga though, man. No bullshit. I'm a historian of fucking of sports sometimes.
Oh,
And
full
for
movies on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
what you say?
Full movies on YouTube too.
Nigga, see when oh my God.
So
Oh
we have
my
to do
God.
it.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
All right,
Destined.
look.
Destined.
We got to. All right, look, we got to wrap this shit up. I like to thank our little guest, Charlie. Charlie, nigga, I love you, bro. I'm so glad you know.
Thanks for
Nigga, you are coming back. You are coming back.
I bet.
You are coming back. Remember, look, nigga, you called me like 2-3 years ago, and we promised, like, yeah, we gonna hook up. You know how niggas when you on the shit.
Like,
You know
yeah, we
how
get to
niggas
it
don't.
eventually. Like, it is like, yeah, we need Charlie on here at some point.
And I just
Yeah.
looked at the schedule, and despite whatever happened, I wanted you on anyway. And it just so happened our whole schedule went to shit because 2020 decided to go to shit. So I said, fuck it, everybody get on this shit. I don't care. But nigga, you have earned your right to be on this motherfucker multiple times now. So
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
You are coming back, nigga. Our next episode, Chris, Eris, we did a guest spot with our boy way early, Gen X nerd. His name was Magumbo. I think it was our third year, right? And we did Ricky O. It was a really fun show. Mo was on there.
Yeah.
Also, come to find out, his partner, Magumbo's partner, the dude that was on there that was funny and all that shit, come to find out that nigga was really racist, actually. Anyway.
I couldn't tell, sir.
I could not tell either.
Oh wow,
You know?
D, what was your first clue?
Oh God, but whatever. We're going back to that and we're gonna do it, and I'm probably gonna get motherfucking Prime to be on this with us. We're doing Ricky O, the story of Ricky O. We have to get that out the way. That movie is insane.
Prime's gonna be the person that be like, did you read the Ricky O manga? And I'm like, I mean,
No. You know, here's Prime. First off, I'm gonna do. I read the manga. The manga is just as fucking insane as this. Okay, so everything that you saying is actually what it is. All this happens in the motherfucking book. I have it right there. That's what he's gonna say.
Yep.
That's what Prime's gonna say. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on that, but on this one. But anyway, yeah. So we see y'all next week, y'all.